Hi there, and welcome to the third segment of my writing tutorials. Today we're going to talk about self-publishing and also writing and publishing ebooks. Now, self-publishing is something that a lot of authors are considering today because in the modern day world, to get your book published by an established traditional publisher is not as easy as it sounds. As we talked about in our previous tutorial, you need an agent to approach most well-known publishers. And getting an agent is not always that easy. Secondly, the time factor. Suppose your book is actually accepted by a big publisher. Chances are your book will not see the light of day for at least maybe a year, maybe even more, right? So suppose you want your book published right away. The best way of going about it is self-publishing. So self-publishing today we're going to talk about two parts. One is publishing your book as a physical book normal way, in which case you would write the book, you would edit it, you would use some kind of a page making software either yourself or you would get it done from somewhere. It would be your job to create everything about the book, the cover, the insides, the layout, the designs, everything. You would need to probably establish maybe a proprietorship publishing firm of your own or just get it out in your own name. You would need to get ISBN numbers, which are those little numbers, the bar thing that you see, the barcode that you see in books. An ISBN number is absolutely necessary if you want your books to go into some traditional bookshops as well as library catalogs, etc. Now, to do this, you would have to get the book ready, give it to a printer. You would have to pay for the printing. You would have to then distribute your book to various booksellers. You have so many big book chains all over, and then some small independent bookstores. So that's your choice how to do it. And then you could try to put your book, make your book available at Amazon.com or BarnesandNobles.com and things like that. Now the advantage of this method is that you have complete control over your book. Your book will come out a lot earlier than it would with a normal publisher. And last but not least, you would get a larger percentage of the profits. Because generally when you go to a normal publisher, you get a small percentage. Whereas if you yourself are the publisher, you get all the money except what you would have to share with the bookstore as well as the distributor, if in case you have a distributor. Okay, so now that is one method. Now another method is doing it online. You have websites like lulu.com, iuniverse.com, createspace.com, which is a subsidiary of Amazon. Createspace.com, you would upload the PDF file as well as the cover art, and Amazon, which is the parent company of CreateSpace, would list your book on their site, so anyone could buy your book. Now, anytime someone would buy your book, it would actually be printed only when someone buys it. So you don't have to spend any money on maintaining an inventory of books or to worry about distributors. The only one negative aspect is that your book is only available on Amazon or CreateSpace online. Okay, so now let's come to another way of publishing books these days, which we call ebooks or electronic books. Now here again, there are different ways of doing it, but since I have my book Shadows of Truth is available on Amazon.com both in the print form as well as ebooks. So I'm talking about ebooks, and if you are interested in uploading an ebook onto Amazon.com, that anyone in the world who has an iPhone, a BlackBerry, a Mac, PC, or a Kindle can download, you can go to Kindle Direct Publishing, which is kdp.amazon.com. Now if you go to this website, you can upload a book that you've written, which they generally they accept different formats like HTML and PDF and even Word. So, but I think the best format is HTML. So if you can upload a book in that format, the book will actually be available on Amazon.com for anyone to download. So there again, you don't have to spend any money on uploading the book. You can you get paid a royalty every time your book sells. And the best part is that anyone in the world can buy your book. And generally ebooks are not priced very high. So if you were to get a printed book out there in the createspace.com, you would have a certain minimum price that you would have to set the book. But in the case of Kindle, you can keep your book price like $1 or maybe $2 that people will not really mind paying to read your book. So that's a very good method of using ebooks, and it's all yours. I mean, you can write any book you want, put it up there within certain parameters, of course, but you have complete control over your book as opposed to the traditional method of publishing. So some people might prefer to use self-publishing and publishing on ebooks instead of the traditional publishing method. So I hope that this tutorial was helpful to you, and all the best, and see you again next time on this series. Bye-bye.